You're such a dirty girl, yeah. Dirty, you're such a dirty girl, yeah. Dirty.
Robin Tunney attracts attention by being a mountaineer who, like Aleister Crowley and Alexander the Great, explores Himalayan peaks in vertical limit.
Congrats.
Yeah, well, they needed someone who could climb K2 and look presentable.
Robin flies from base camp in a helicopter to a higher altitude of the Paramount. Ralph Ellis points out the octagonal nature of K2 reflected in the 8 faces of the Great Pyramid and the Octagon Mart website's Giza layout. Goro Adachi equates the checker motif with the grid or net-like design. This can be understood as relating to the Omphalos stone, which is likely derived from the Benben and Great Pyramid. Zeus is said to have sent out 2 eagles to fly across the earth to meet at its center, the navel of the world. The stone was used as a marker of this spot. These birds are said to be symbolic of the meridians and parallels, the grid of the earth. These are all likely the same winged things connected to Noah's Ark, the Heliopolis Phoenix, and the Ark of the Covenant, all in my Giza-centric view derived from the Sphinx, hinting towards the legendary original existence of a second Sphinx on the plateau, a pair of guardians at the gates of Eden. The Omphalos of Delphi even has the knotted net or grid-like design covering the stone. In this Giza-centric view, the Omphalos grid is simply derived from the knowledge encoded in the monuments. For example, the Great Pyramid is perfectly aligned with the cardinal points. This suggesting again the bizarro idea that our knowledge of the Earth and measurement systems were not encoded into the structure by historic builders, but actually decoded from the study of the Holy Mountain. We can therefore compare the checkered floor of the first-degree tracing board, or symbolic Giza layout, to its simpler form, the grid. The pyramids of Giza are synchromistically shown to have been extant as far back as the last ice age by noting the presence of the arc theme in the Hollywood films aptly named Ice Age.
The dam's gonna break, the entire valley's gonna flood!
Look around. You're in a bowl. Bowl's gonna fill up. Ain't no way out. There's a boat. It can sink.
Our Al-Noah friends, the Cuboid as Ice Cube, returns with the Kecksburg UFO and Nazi Stargate technology representing Acorn, seen in Chicken Little, and the synchromistic video Lost in Manhattan Part 2. The following picture starts with the already invoked Sphinx, letting us know that we are on the right track.
And that's talking about prehistoric man in the what? Prehistoric man in the... Oh, Stony.
Ice Age?
Yes, Ice Age, that's right.
Recently thawed from an ice cube, Ice Age caveman Brendan Fraser shouts at a helicopter and mimics Arnold Kreisnegger.
I'll be back.
I'll be back.
Most relevant and intriguing is his immediate attraction to K2 mountaineer and thus Aleister Crowley resonant Robin Tunney. Having recently spent an evening of weirdo mystery in the King's Chamber, the Beast 666 co-authors with Thingamajig I Was, the Book of the Law, including the head-scratching grid page, said to contain some kind of higher intrigue. We have already become symbolically acquainted with the grid as related to the Great Pyramid. The grid page, however, contains 2 other symbols, the diagonal line, and most interestingly, synchromistically, the crosshair target or bullseye of the Stargate. We have encountered these symbols already in connection to the Great Pyramid, a pi or circle resonator itself, and the diagonal as its causeway, and the associated glacier of the K2 Paramount. Read Ralph Ellis's K2 Quest of the Gods for more information. When Tintin travels to Tibet to rescue a friend crashed in Himalayan peaks, the landscape invades his dreams while playing Crowley's favorite game, using the checkerboard and grid motif as field of play, chess. The reporter and his dog Snowy become acquainted with the Phof Kong relatable, non-human primate, the Yeti, who makes his home in secret caves in Himalayan mountaintops. Omni-adventurer and Indiana Jones cross-contaminating Phof McDuck in DuckTales has his own Himalayan adventure. Take note of McDuck inside the cross-quarter, Giza-resonant world grid and bullseye-type design, symbols recently seen in the grid page. Scrooge and his nephews find treasure in a secret cave and a Phof Yeti called Snowy. These syncs point again towards the paramount Giza as K2 map theme, and the potential mystery dormant in the Himalayas. Brendan Fraser's, again much Indiana Jones inspired, The Mummy series brings in the octagon as a key, the checkered floor, and of course the pyramids of Giza. We can now appreciate the significance of having him appear on screen as an Ice Age caveman in the presence of a K2 mountaineer. In this scene from Encino Man, we have the Ice Age Giza Pyramid resonating Fraser and the K2 climbing Tunney, with a concentric circle, target, and diagonal line imposed over her head. Stargate Queen Tunney shares screen time on the checkered floor of the Empire Record Store with Renee Zellweger and Liv Tyler. Everyday activities in this record store including having a mock funeral, a third-degree Masonic activity, mind you. Indeed, Tunney's early acting roles give one the impression of initiation into the mysteries, almost preparing her for the ascent of the Holy Mountain. Starring in the alternate name for Masonry, The Craft, Tunney's actor self is overtly familiarized with magic and witchcraft. After arriving by Starcab, no checkers just yet, in a new town she falls in with the wrong crowd and is ushered into the dark side. We see Tunney stepping into the vortex of a rippling magic circle, or Stargate, and bear witness to a direct synchromistic hit, as the bookshelf of the occult store she frequents has a title with the Aleister Crowley invented way of spelling magic. Indeed, it might be in theory and practice. This in a grid design, no less.
Show you all you need to know. You must hold on to anyone that wants you, and I will love you through simple and the struggle. But girl, you gotta understand the modern man must hustle. I will show you all you need to know. You must hold on to anyone that wants you, and I will love you through simple and the struggle. But girl, you gotta understand the modern man must hustle.